And here I am fucking looking for it. Okay, I think everyone can hear me now. Give me 1 second. I don't know how well or if you're gonna get picked up by this mic at all. Fine. There we go. We good? I think we're good. Sorry about that. My computer restarted so my audio program is not up and running. Let's see, who are we left? By the way, have you played any Slay the Spire recently? They teased off. I don't know if you want to watch. It's up to you. Cause I can like move some. Okie dokie. So I think okay. Got three monsters. Okay. So we got bonfire before. Upgrade is probably still better. Like that I've gotten way there. I don't know that I care that much about the shop. Honestly, it's a lot easier to steal art than it is creatures. Or what is it? There's a dragon that he's not super expensive, but he's become more expensive. He's kind of hard to get nowadays. He's way more than the dragon. It's like at max, you can control a whole art. At the beginning of your control 20 more artifacts, you win the game. It's like what is it? Not avarice? No, it's not greedy dragon. It's some sort of symbol. Let's see. I think probably a little early for me. It's not that bad. He is off camera. Can you hear him? I don't know if he's getting picked up by the mic. It is Pet Pet Shoy, who you may or may not remember. You probably will. Nope. All right, he's here. I don't know. No, I think he's here. It's just Twitch. Yeah. All right, fair enough. He's here. He's a real. Trust me. If I says hello. I don't know. Do you want to appear on camera? It's up to you. I can turn the camera. I'm just gonna lift it. Yeah, there he is. He's here for realsies. He's not fake or imaginary. Yeah, he just moved back, and he's getting back into magic. And I was like, you know what? You can have. So he's going through his stuff, or he's going through my stuff. So now be his stuff. And he was gonna like do it out in the living room while I was streaming, but I'm like, that seems boring. Why don't you come in and like we can like keep talking while he looks through cards? Hold up, my audio seems to be lower than it should be, at least according to OBS. Hold up, I'm gonna bring up my own stream real quick, so you might hear some echo. Magic and Spire. Magic and Spire. Testing, testing. Magic and Oh, I know what it is. Testing, testing. Some of my effects are on that should not be on. Give me 1 second. Shit, I don't remember which ones it is. I think it's this one. Testing, testing, testing. Uh-oh. That seems to have made things worse. Testing, testing. Give me a hot second. Or like 9 or something. I don't know how many seconds this is going to take. Test, test. No, that's still super quiet. Why the fuck is it so quiet? Here, I'm gonna turn them all off. No, that's still quiet. I don't know what's happened. My computer updated and shut down while I was at work, so now everything's broken. Okay. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Test. Testing, testing. Test. Wow, no, it's really fucking quiet. Test. Okay, give me. What if I turn them all off? Okay, give me. What if I turn them all? Test. Okay, give me. What if I test, test. Oh, that's a bit better. Test, test. Oh, that's a bit better. All right. Test, test. Oh, I'll figure this out later, and we're just gonna like. Test, test. Oh, I know why. That's way lower. All right. Oh, I know. Testing, testing. Okay. Oh, I know. Testing, testing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, I know. Testing, testing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Test. Testing. All right, I think we're good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, echoing should stop in a couple of minutes. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry, what were you saying? You could. You could. There's a better one that they made in the second Innistrad block that makes opponent's life 13. It's black. It's just like, yep. Yep. Alright, I think I mentioned this last time, but yeah, Biorhythm is banned. I might have, but because it's not worth anything because it's banned in the one format where it would be good. Oh yeah, I know it. Probably doesn't need to be banned, honestly, but
probably not. But I'm sure there's just enough.
Yeah, well, board wipes are pretty big in Commander as well.
There's.
Yeah, you can have it if you want it. I don't know if you want it for your elf deck though, because all you have is Well Wisher and like nothing else in that deck gains life. And unfortunately, all of the best, like, honestly, mono white life gain is better than white. Well, I mean, you can do a couple kinds of builds, but it's like all of the really, really good creatures. Yeah. I think we're taking Compile Driver because I need a punch person card. That is a punch. Well, Equilibrium's not bad. Yeah, let me know how the audio is. I had to fuck around with it because my computer restarted. It still looks like it's too low. We'll see. I might have to mess with it after stream, but I won't worry about that too much right now. Ooh, pistachio ice cream. That's delish. Sounds good? That's good. We're not that far from an elite, so I'm not gonna take Equilibrium here. What is our boss? Guardian. I cannot afford card remove and ball lightning. In fact, I can't afford card remove in anything. I can afford ball lightning and power potion. So we should be reasonably well set up. Gives me something else to upgrade. Okay, well, I guess we're punching that guy. Weakens, not that big a deal since I'm not... Oh, I am Frit. Fine, whatever. We'll take 1 damage. There you go, see you later. Do I want to consume this early? Right. Upgrade consume, upgrade ball lightning. Ball lightning's better now, consume's better in the long run. But if I don't win now, there is no long run. There's another shop coming up. I guess I can just skip it. Yeah, I can just go around. Could hit another bonfire. No, I want to hit at least 2 elites. Honestly, that's good for like any tribal in green. It's just like it's free stuff.
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't
it's
have
like,
to
but
draw
you're
it. You don't
also
have to
putting
pay
stuff
for
on the
it.
bottom, but like, which is high cost ones.
Again, it doesn't even have to be high cost.
No,
It's
it
just
doesn't
like
have to.
it's basically like draw a card and
Like,
also
considering it only costs 3.
yeah.
I'm expecting something to cost
9's a little much.
Yeah.
Maybe like 6.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, hey, this is what the hell.
You died in Act 1 to Thorns Boy? Didn't realize Thunderstrike. Yeah, it's an attack. It's an attack that hits that many times. It's not lightning damage. It's not orb damage. Oof. That sounds awful. Yeah, I don't think I've ever died to the Guardian's Thorns damage. That's a big oof right there. Cool, I managed to get 3 orb slots filled just in time to lose one to consume. Possible I should have used a potion. I mean, 49 health's not too bad. Problem is, you know, I still gotta kill this guy. Wait, when you said A1, you mean Ascension 1? I thought maybe you meant Act 1. I read that as Act 1. Although, looking at it now, I see what you mean. Yeah, the, Spiker? I think that's what his actual name is. Okay, yeah, no, that'll... I'm not sure if I've ever died to his Thorns damage either. Well, I probably have, like, way, way back. Yeah, 10 damage worth of Thorns, and what did... And what, you hit him, like, 6 times or something? It sounds like a bad time. Blue candle's really not the relic we want right now. I'm gonna... I could nap first. No, I'm not... There's literally no chance I can pull a card from this node. Which means I should upgrade first, because I know I'm not gonna get a better upgrade than Consume here. I want Bullseye. Only added 2 attacks. And Bullseye did just get buffed. You know what? Let's try it. Let's see how good new Bullseye is. Not ideal, but... Yeah, with these 2 potions... Hey there, Enuo. How's it going? Ooh, transfer. Thank you for the sunshine. Hey, hologram. That's probably an improvement. Might be a problem here since we still have to worry about Gremlin Knob. This whole hand sucks nuts. Cool. Always appreciated. Ascension 11. Are you just now starting to do Defect? Live High? Yeah, from what I recall, it was like around Ascension 11 to 13 where like the game starts putting the brakes on you. Because I think I ascended Ascension 7, 8, 9, and 10 like in a row. Like on Ironclad or something. Like I just like every run was a win and I just like shot up. To potion or not to potion? Our potion doesn't have a lot of time to do much in this fight. If I focus pot, then there's like no way I'm not playing that zap. It also means I might have to play consume. It's also a bullseye. I mean, the plan is ideally to go to the 3rd elite fight. Do I play 2 skills this turn? That seems dangerous. Let's do the math. So, goes up to 8. Takes 50% extra. So he'll take 8 plus 12, which is 20. 30. And then he'll take another 24. He'll take 54 damage, which is exactly lethal. Sometimes you gotta love it. Either that or I did the math wrong. But we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, no, that's 12 and 12. I win. See you later, babe. I think new bullseye might be actually good. Self-repair seems alright. Machine learning's a little slow. I suppose that's the downside to being here IRL. You get to hear me make all my gross nose noises. Fair enough. Self-repair. Yeah, we got 42 health left. We've got a self-repair. We've got 2 decent potions. Lice. Lice. Lice or not? Being attacked for 16 is also not nice. I don't think playing hologram for 3 is worth it. Is it just when it enters the battlefield, or whenever a creature enters? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're just like, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Hold up. Let's draw cards. A card. I can't kill this guy. Unfortunately. Take another 3 here. I mean, I could pray. I could pray to RNGesus. I have 4 mana this turn, actually. Nice. I actually get more damage if I do. Okay, not too bad. I only lost like 2 health. 3 health? Some amount of health. Yep. Okie dokie. I think I'm just gonna not. Excuse me. I know annual. Everybody loves math. Gotta do the math. Zap. Hologram. Zap. Defend. Take. You're gaining 7, so it's not that bad here. Nice. Haven't broke that shuriken at all. So we'll see if this ever does anything. 18 health is a little lower than I'd like. Cool. So I need 7 damage. So I need like 2 strikes. Or compiled driver. Throw that compile. Right into his heart. Well, hold up. Well, hold up. Hold up now. Well, hold up now. I actually might not want bias cognition in opening hand. Self-repair might be better. It's a card I'm gonna like always want to play. It gets worse if I get Echo Form. Bias Cog opening hand is a lot better if I've got way more orb cards. Or if I have like Dark Symbiote or something. Frozen Core. Stuff that just automatically gets me orbs. Like, I'm taking the bias cog for sure. I was gonna say, on that toilet you gotta lift the lever back up, otherwise it'll just keep going forever. Okay. Now all of chat knows how my toilet works. They know my toilet secrets. Okay, cool.
12%
Oh,
I'm just like,
you can use the.
I use.
Gotcha.
No, I didn't just not watch
I didn't think about that. That's all John.
Oh, no.
It's all John.
Someone else can still clean it.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah.
Where was I? I was deciding on Bottle Tornado while we discussed bathroom things. Let's see. Fuck. It's a rough Bottle Tornado to give up. You know what? I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna put Bias Cog in the bottle. And when it, I don't want it turn 1, I won't play it turn 1. Easy peasy. Probably not gonna play it turn 1 here, though. Oh, I got the self-repair turn 1 anyway. I want to use my strength bot here. Which means I probably should have already used my strength bot since I hit him. Yeah, that's some damage. Here we go, baby. So hit him with the strength. Wait, why does this do 12 damage? Oh, strength bots. Duh. Oh, so that one just flips them? I'm gonna hologram it just so I have another lightning orb. That's true. The Clockwork Souvenir. Yeah, that does make turn 1 Bias Cog a lot better. I mean, I have a bottled Bias Cog, so I want Clockwork Souvenir, like, by default. Like, having one makes me want the other. He's attacking me, and I don't appreciate it. I have 21. Smells like losing? Smells like losing. So they're like... It's rumored that there are block cards in this deck. I don't know if I believe those rumors, though. Do I consume again? 9 damage? Every time I play an orb card, I get 14 damage that turn. Fuck it. We're going down to 1 orb slot. I may or may not have paid attention to how much health I had. Oof. It's a big oof right there. Alright, we're just gonna put that, wash your hands of that one. Keep going. Let's see. We get Shenanigans box or Transformer card. There's a Shenanigan. No double Shenanigans. Thank you very much, Live High. Woof. That's not a Shenanigan. No. There are no Shenanigans to be found this way. That's bad. Yeah, the order that these bonfires are made is not ideal. Unappealing. Most foul. White dick. Really, really fucking the dog on this one. What are my other options? Oh. I mean, I could just transform a card and then pray. I don't know what I'm praying for. Something incredible. That's not incredible. That might actually be a downgrade. That's pretty hard to downgrade a strike. Alright, this run's off to a fantastic start. I can feel the victory in my bones. It's not my victory. It's the opponent's, but I can feel it. Okay. Do I just like go for the super elite because there's a bonfire there? I guess so. And oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say, and I can get shenanigans box. I'm like, wait, no. I just picked the thing, so I can't get shenanigans box. That makes this much worse. I should have just taken the shenanigans box. Great. Instead, I have a fucking, what's the name of the card? Intimidate. That's how bad that card is. I don't know its name. My brain wanted to say Impervious, but I'm like, no. Impervious is a good card. Yeah. Technically doesn't get rid of Planeswalkers either. Because Planeswalkers weren't printed at the time. No, they're not. They are not. There are creatures that turn into Planeswalkers. And there's like 7 different versions of the same Planeswalker, and all of them can turn into a creature. It's like Gideon's thing. Is he can turn into an indestructible dude and swing at people. Alright, I'm just gonna go this way and hope things work out. Ah! Cool. It blocked for 3. What an incredible card. Card of the year right there. I don't know if we're doing cards for years, but that's the one for this year. Intimidate the shit out of this Jawward. Oh, wow. That's a very bad card. I mean, you could, there's nothing, I don't think there's anything in the game that turns up, that gives the permanence the snow super. Snow's not even a type, it's a super type. It's like, yeah, there's, you just can't. You just can't. I think because Christian had like 2 snow creatures that needed snowland in his Kalia deck, so I think all of his basics are snow.
Yeah.
Just for that. So in that deck, it's like, you can't untap any basic lands. Fuck you, Kalia of the Vast. Because like Kalia is actually really good. She's one of the original like commander deck commanders. She's from 2011, and she's like one of the strongest. She's the one where every time she swings, you get to put a demon, angel, or dragon from your hand into play, tapped and attacking. Yeah, she's really fucking good, and she costs like 3. Yeah, she's really good. And yeah, she's like red, white, black. All the main colors for angels, demons, and dragons, so it's cool. Hey, White Fan K, how's it going? I think I'm just gonna pick a clothesline here. Armor Immense is a card, but I need things that are attacks because, you know what? I should have started here just so I could remove Intimidate. That's what I should have done. Oh, I thought maybe your sub ran out. Yeah, no. Yep, it's a bit beat up. It's honestly not that great. I don't think any of the decrees are that good. It's alright. Lets you fart out dudes. But I mean, there are better cards. Yes. Removing Intimidate. Alright, cool. So we've basically, we got to remove a strike from the deck. And then remove the card that it became. Birdface turn might end up being good, or I might die before it's good, so yeah. This is not the turn I want Clothesline for. I want Clothesline for like, nah. Yeah, if those bash and clotheslines could have been swip swapped, that would. It's always Knob. He doesn't have a K in his name though. It's just NOB, Knob. Which I actually learned, because like I've been into 40k lore and stuff like that for a while, and I've always been a big fan of the orcs, and like Games Workshop
That's a
is
lot of damage.
Thank you very much, Inuo. It's only 24 damage. It's not that much. Games Workshop is a British company, and like larger orcs are called knobs, or sometimes big knobs, and orcs, the machetes and stuff that they wield are referred to as choppas, and big choppas And I didn't know until very recently that those are both British slang for penis. So, no, I did not know that. I've heard knob used as like a pejorative, but I didn't know that it had a specific meaning. Almost half, schmalmost half. That's what I say. 18 damage, easy peasy. Yeah, so it's just like, the big penis wielding the big penis. It's a good job, Games Workshop. Thanks for that one.
And she's like, no.
Poop,
Like,
poop.
you're not
Poop, poop the dog. Oh, man. That's a good dog. That's a great dog. Let's see. Clothesline knocks him down to 11. I'm gonna just, like, do this to prevent, Gremlin Knob from munching my face. Poop, poop. I don't know how well you guys can hear Pet Pet Joy off camera. It's probably funnier, like even funnier without the context of me just laughing at Poop Poop the dog out of nowhere. We're taking anger here because anger's weird. I have 17 HP. Fuck me. I have 39 HP. Still kind of fuck me. Because we're trying to fight a Superboy. And we ourselves are not Superboys. That's another card that, like, took forever for anyone to pay any attention to.
I'm just like, damn.
That's the one that deals, or, like, has power
toughness are
to
half
half.
the highest level.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, if they haven't taken any damage in 2020, fine.
Yeah.
Although, games that would be dealt with can't be.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, there's like another, because there's like Heartless Hidetsugu, which has a tap effect that makes a player lose half their life total. And there's like one or two other red cards that do that, and then there's, I think it's like a black-red card that makes an opponent lose life equal to the life they've lost this turn.
Yeah.
So you're just like, boop. What are we fighting? We are fighting Slime Boy. I think I might take a cleave here. Yeah, I've hardly added any cards to the deck. Let's acquire some cleavage. Ooh, happy flowers. Bird! Get out of here. I want an event. Yeah. He's literally Gremlin Penis. A big, angry Gremlin Penis. 18, 27, 36? Smells like lethal. Okay, well, I've actually managed to gain 12 health back over the last two fights, so that's a help. Do I want armaments? Probably, since we know this is not Gremlin Knob. Maybe I should have taken Perfected Strike. Fourth Energy doesn't do anything here. Magnificent. That's a lot of damage. I cannot split him. He splits at what? 36? Yeah. I have to deal 19 damage? Not exactly doable. I like the medium version of this guy a lot better. He doesn't hit nearly as hard. Bang. So, what'll this do? 35, 26? Maybe it turns red when you're in. Who knows? Who knows, White Fang? Or maybe he's mad because he's named Penis. Maybe that's why he's angry. And to be fair, his penis didn't turn red. He doesn't have one. You can clearly see his groin. Maybe that's why Gremlin Knob is really angry. He's named Penis, and yet he doesn't get to have one. He's a penisless penis. Although I do have the theory, the ongoing theory, that is yet to be disproven, that his ass goes all the way up his back. It's just like all the way up to his neck. Just because, like if you look, he's got like this weird hump on his back that goes all the way up, and I'm like, I bet that's his entire ass. He just like shits out the middle. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't have a butt either. Gremlin Knob does not partake in the biological functions of regular creatures.
I'm like, you sir should have invested in a Wrath of God.
Yeah. There was quite a while where they weren't that different in price, and now, well, actually, Day of Judgment has actually been going up. It's like $4 now. But there was a while where it was $2 for a long time, and then Wrath of God went up to 10, and then that one's been slowly going up, and Wrath of God's still 10. Damnation's the expensive one, although they reprinted it in one of the master sets, so it went down. It was like, I want to say like 35, and it was 20, because it's Black Wrath of God, and like Black doesn't get access. It's been printed fewer times, and it's also in a color that doesn't have nearly as many board wipes. There are more board wipes in white than like every other color put together. Like, if you want to wipe a board, go white. Bullying Gremlin up. Well, yeah, obviously we talk shit behind his back when he's not here. That's how you do it. That's how you do it when it involves Gremlin Knob. It's not too bad. Let's see. I think I might want to Armaments this Anger, just because it's the only one in the deck, and then I get more of them. Yep. There's a decent number of them. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a clothesline here. Do I want to take 15? Do I want to deal 9? This man has a lot of health, because this is the super elite, so he's got 25. I don't remember if it's 25 or 20, but he's got more max health, so we're actually on an even tighter clock than usual. Because I think he'd be, like, I'd probably be able to kill him this turn if he didn't have extra health here, but he does, so rip. I played Bash the last turn. 10 health. No longer frail. I think I've got... That was a little bit close. Yeah, I'll take a shrug. It's pretty good. So it doesn't have protection, because there are colorless, non-artifact stuff now.
Yes.
Both like the Eldrazi and just other non-artifact colorless spells. Yeah. Well, they're just actual colorless, like without mana cost. There's like Eldrazi Conscription and a couple others. What is it? Yeah, I think Eldrazi's Conscription is the one. It takes control of, I don't remember how much it costs. It costs like a ton of mana. It costs like 7 or 8. But and it's in all colorless, gains control of target creature, and like gives it +10/+10 and Annihilator 2. It basically turns it into an Eldrazi. It's just like, oh, well, interesting. Or they had to change the rules for cards that bring in cards outside of game, because now the actual official ruling on it is unless everyone agrees beforehand that these cards work, they don't work. Straight up. And I'm like, that I didn't believe it when someone told me that was the ruling for them, because it's just like a weird way for them. I'm like, why wouldn't they just like ban them? Normally, but it's like, nah, you can have them just so long as everyone agrees. It took me some digging to find the rule for it, but yeah, that's the rule. Because there's one card called Spawn Sire of Ulamog. So the card limit for cards is only a deck building. It's just a matter of what goes in your deck. Spawn Sire of Ulamog it costs 10 mana to play, and he has an ability that costs 20 mana to activate. But it says, grab any number of Eldrazi you own from outside of the game and put them into play. And as many copies as you want. So you just like, oh hey, Emrakul's banned in Commander. Doesn't matter. Not in the deck. Slap it down. and just like you can just and there are a ton. They cost more now again because of Commander, but there were a ton of common Eldrazi that are like 8/8 Annihilator 1 for 8 that were like 25 cents, and you're just like, I have a stack of 50 of them. It was $5 or something, and you're just like, it's just like, and you know, you just get like a bunch of those, and you're just like, I'm just gonna put 800 power on the board. I hope you don't mind. And then like if you have like Mass Hysteria or something, you're just like, blow up all permanents. Everyone dies. I win. Yeah, it's really obnoxious. But I think Emrakul only gives you the extra turn if you cast her from your hand. I don't think you get it if you cheat her out. Otherwise, it would just be like completely absurd. Okay, what are we? Are we in Act 2? No, this is just one Thiefy boy, not two Thiefy boys. Pardon me if I'm taking asides to talk to Pet Choi, who's off camera and also like off microphone. I don't know that he's audible. Yeah, exactly, Liv High. It's not a good card. Like, when you look at it and what it does, it's like, there's actually way better ways to not die / gain life. There's actually a combo that came out a while ago because of another, I think it was a white artifact, but a while ago there was Phyrexian on life, which is, you don't lose life when you, or you don't lose the game when you hit 0 life. If you would lose life and have 0 life, you gain that many poison counters instead. Then there's Solemnity, which is like cards and players cannot have counters. Counters cannot be put. That includes poison counters. You just have, and they're both like 2 cost. It's like 1 white and a colorless, and you have them both out. And you're just like, ha! Cannot die unless you mill me, or just win the game some other way, or just blow up one of the enchantments. But after all that, cannot die. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw my body at this fellow and hope he falls over before I do. Yeah, no, Magic's a ton of fun. It's a very big card game. There's a lot of cards. Last time I counted, I just went in together and like searched for all the cards. It took a while for that page to return the results. Last time I counted, and that was like 5-6 years ago, there were 18,000. So it's like they put out a little over 1,000 new cards a year, give or take. So it's like, yeah, there's over 20,000 cards in the game right now. Different cards. Like, that's not counting reprints. Inflame is a card that I could put in my deck. And you could put in your deck. We could all just, like, set our swords on fire and wax slimes. What more could you want? The sweet slime whacking. I didn't upgrade Bash. I didn't upgrade anything. No upgrades in this deck. I have an Armaments. I'm going to upgrade Inflame. Armaments can hit other stuff. Yeah, there are very few cards in the game that let you grab cards from outside of the game. But Sponsire of Ulamog is one of them. He only grabs Eldrazi. I need to check. I don't remember if he specifically says Eldrazi creatures, because there are a couple non-creature Eldrazi. I'm pretty sure it has to be like a permanent, because there are also Eldrazi. There's like a few Eldrazi sorceries. Because that was still back when Tribal was briefly a thing, before they decided that Tribal was too good to be a thing. I'm pretty sure that was the last time they printed Tribal outside of like Commander stuff. This man's hitting me for 38 damage, and I don't much appreciate it. I have to fill up my water. Okay, so he splits at 75. So I could split him here. Fuck, why do I always... Like, the turn before I want Cleave is the turn I draw Cleave. I actually get more damage at a strike Cleave. So, 26, 36, 42. Puts him down to 53. That's not too bad. I mean, the close on literally doesn't matter here. Since he doesn't carry the leap over. Oof. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Why the fuck are these dealing 9 damage? Like, I've got put flame in play. I've played in flame. That was an exact split. Well, as exact as you can get because the monks had to round down. Haven't been made weak though, so these angers are not bad. Defense is not bad though. I really like the beta artwork on the slime. The guy's just like, now I'm weak. Die. Die. Probably didn't want that defend anyway, so that's fine. That is damage. I can deal 17 damage. If I clothesline, do I die? This is gonna be cutting it kind of close. 6 health left. I really needed these guys to not both be attacking me this turn. Smells like dying. I mean, well, I'll actually die to this guy. I was gonna say I can make him die to thorns. That could be fun. Or no, they attack in a weird order after you split. Because like once you split them once, it's like gray then green. But if you split the green one, then it's like green, green then gray for some reason. It's weird. I have 4 energies. That doesn't help me. GG. It's possible I could have hit this guy last turn, and maybe I still don't think this way. Alright, I'm gonna go refill my water and I'll be right back. Oh, the Orzhov Basilica? Yeah. Those bounce lands are not... They're going up very slowly, but, like, the most expensive ones are, like, $2 or $1.50. But they're getting harder and harder to find, because, again, it's one of those cards that's, like, everybody was like, oh, they're better lands than that. But it's like, if you bounce a land that's already tapped with those, it actually puts you ahead 1 mana. Turn
Well,
after.
that's what I was thinking.
Because obviously if you bounce an untapped land, then it's like break even.
Yeah.
But if you bounce a tapped land, then it's like we actually didn't lose anything that turn.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like, 'cause I remember I saw it.
Mm.
I used to like, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 2. Turn 2, drop Grinning Ignis. Turn 3, drop anything that costs 6 or more, basically.
I don't remember what Grinning Ignis
Grinning
does.
Ignis costs 3. It's like 2/2 fire. But its ability is you That lets you then on your fourth turn, literally like 7 mana.
Gotcha.
If not 7 or 8, depending on around 8. So yeah.
There's a card from Guilds of Ravnica that there are a bunch of red cards from that set that were like total sleepers for a while, and then everybody realized at the same time that like, oh, these cards are actually fucking incredible altogether. Called yeah, called Runaway Steamkin. It's like a 1/1 for I want to say like 3 red, but every time you play a red spell, he gets a +1/+1 counter. Up to 3. After that, he doesn't gain any more. And you can remove 3 +1/+1 counters to add 3 mana, 3 red mana to your mana. And you can do a lot with it. There's also another one called Experimental Frenzy, where you cannot play cards. It's an enchantment, and you can pay. It costs like 4 to put out, and you can pay 4 to it blows itself up. You cannot play cards from your hand, but you can play cards from the top of your library. You play with the top of your library. Because like red tends to run out of cards super fast. So, like you run out your hand, play Experimental Frenzy, you get extra cards off the top of your library while you fill your hand back up. And because like there's no limit, there are way more cards in your library than in your hand. So with like, and you can have, this is for like 60 card construction. If you have like say 2 Runaway Steamkins out, like I play a red card, they both get +1/+1. I play a red card, it's like, and then you're like, and now I have 6 more mana, and then yeah, it can get really out of hand. And then there's also like Arclight Phoenix. And there were a couple other ones, like really, really strong. Sorry, I'm just getting my hair out of the way. Really, really strong red cards in that set. Okay, where were we? We were doing silent stuff. I'm probably gonna grab this Chris for a rare relic. Let's just see which way I want to go. Might go that way if we get a really good relic. That's a lot of hallway fights too. Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah. Well, we might go that way regardless. Let's see. Peace Pipe is not exactly the rare relic. Peace Pipe is a lot better, like, if there are fewer things you can do at a bonfire anyway. Like, this early, there are definitely some things I want to get upgraded, and if I go this way, it's almost impossible that I'm not going to have to nap here. Like, this doesn't actually do anything in combat. It's a lot better in lower Ascension when you can just, like, not have to worry too much about your bonfires and just be like, sure, just, like, take every starting card out of my deck. Not bad.
Yeah,
Monstrosity was a really cool mechanic that they have not yet brought back at all. Well, there were also a bunch of cards that do other things when they become monstrous. Yeah. They'll either like fight target creature or yeah. Or like they'll also gain, like, if this creature's monstrous, it also has hexproof and lifelink. You're just like, oh man, you really, really, really want to make it monstrous, because then it becomes gigantic. But the other one was what was the mechanic? Not Fateful Hour. It was like your opponent had to choose one or the other. Like they were both bad. There was a really good Phoenix with it, where either it entered the battlefield. It was like reasonably costed for what it was. It was like a 3/3 flyer for like 4 or 5, but it either came into play with 2+1/+1 counters, or it came into play with haste and when this creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. And it's like pick your poison. Do I get a 5/5 flyer for 4, or do I get a 3/3 flyer for 4 that swings now and comes back when he dies? Yeah, it's a shame because that Phoenix deck I built for you way back when, and like I had to like fill it with a bunch of non-Phoenix below me because like there are way more good Phoenixes now. Like you could actually make, at least for 60 card, you could actually make a pretty decent Phoenix deck. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go up the left side just because the right side does not hold enough value. This one makes me frail. Neat. I love it when I'm frail. What is the beta artwork on frail or shame? Eh. That would explain why I hadn't changed it. Hit me for 11. 13 health is not a great amount of health to leave him at, because then 2 strikes doesn't kill him. Ooh. I was gonna say I could just Survivor and take 3, but then I forgot it was frails. I guess that is what we're gonna do. Okay, turns out I drew enough damage anyway, so we were all good. Nope. Maybe? Take a speculative floor 1 finisher. See if I can turn it into anything worthwhile. Those are good relics that I don't get to have. Yeah, I kind of wish I had not gotten this Beast Bite, because then I could have bought a footwork. Well, no. I might have still removed a strike. But then I wouldn't have a strike in the deck. It's like Beast Pipe has actually put me behind on removing cards. I'm going to have to use it twice before I break even. Yeah, that was a pretty bad rare relic to get. Or I'm going to have to use it twice till I get ahead. Once I break even. Wow, Finisher's actually good here. Am I taking 7? Wait, what if I throw... I was planning on killing this guy with the 2 strikes, but actually, what if I throw every attack at him? That'll be 18 plus 12. Fuck. That'll be 1 damage short. It's obnoxious. That's obnoxious. I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, so I haven't been made frail yet, which probably means I can kill him before it becomes a problem. Because if he makes me frail, he doesn't attack on the same turn. It'd be weird if I drew attacks, but whatever. Not weakened, so this should be it. Slice. Slightly better with a finisher in the deck. I'm gonna go through a hard hallway fight before our first meet. Okay, that's a pretty good turn 1. I only have 1 mana left. For some reason I thought I had 2. So I played the defend instead of the survivor because I was gonna play both. Rip. Could have 3 more health right now. What is our boss? Hexaghost. I will actually take a piercing well for that then. Suddenly wishes he had dagger spray. Okay. So I can kill this guy fairly easily. Can I kill this guy? I can do 18, 23. I can. I can kill both of them. Oh, wait. No. Shit. I actually can't. Doesn't do this. I miscounted my energy again. I thought, because I was like, play 3 strikes and then slice and finisher, and I'm like, that's 4 energy. I guess I could have killed this guy since he was hitting me for more, but doesn't really matter here. He's down to 6 health. I can't be made weak. Poison stand. Flying knee is kind of nice because the extra energy lets you do more stuff with finishers sometimes, but I think Poison Stab is just the better card in general. And also, like, there are way fewer ways to transition into like late game powerful stuff with finisher than there are with Poison Stab. Because obviously Poison Stab works with poison. I mean, Shame Finisher isn't in this hand, but we are beginning right now. Yeah, there's no point in using that energy potion here. We're actually pretty well set up. I shouldn't say pretty well, but we've got some setup for Hexaghost just out of this liquid bronze here. I think I'm full blocking this. By full blocking, take 2 damage. Bit of energy potion there, although I only had one other attack in my hand, so I don't know that that was particularly worthwhile. So he's about at the level that I'm comfortable with, as far as like the pace for killing him. We're like just gonna squeeze by before this fight becomes unwinnable. Piercing Maul is great in this fight because it doesn't actually lose out to the -2/-2 from the Siphon Soul. So you can hold on to it. Okay. Pretty nice there before the poison ran out. 20 damage. Okay, so neutralize doesn't do anything, but it does make him weak. We are on the precipice of doom. 4 damage. 3 block. Man, why did it have to be like I guess I would have taken a lot of damage from anyway. Probably wouldn't have died to sentries though. I actually cannot remember the last time I died to sentries. It's always one of those two assholes. Lagavulin and Gremlin Knob. I think I've died to Lagavulin as Silent the most, just because I find she has the most trouble getting like a lot of good early damage in her deck. It's like Defect, he's got lightning orbs. They don't get hit by his Siphon Soul. They just deal damage. And Ironclad, you know, he just has big boy 2-cost cards quite frequently. And even big boy 0-cost cards like Anger. It's just like, yeah, you can just play them. Whereas like Silent, there's like a couple cards you want, and then a lot of the other attacks are kind of trash. Or at least particularly bad against Lagavulin. Like anything that hits multiple times is worse against Lagavulin because it gets hit by the -2 strength multiple times basically. So like Dagger Spray is actually worse against Lagavulin than Strike after the second Siphon Soul. It's like you're probably going to play it once, maybe twice, where it's better than Strike. Yeah, pretty much. But even then, you're not getting that from attacks. So like that's the hard thing. It's like, because you need the poison cards, the good poison cards are not good against the other 2 elites, is the problem. Because sentries start with an artifact each. And, like, obviously, Noxious Fumes is the one exception. Noxious Fumes is fine because it's not a skill, so, like, it doesn't piss off Gremlin Knob. But it's also too slow for the Gremlin Knob fight, because you almost always want to kill that guy by turn 4. Turn 3 would be really good, but turn 4... Otherwise, what is that? You don't kill him by turn 4, then he's hit you for 56. Assuming you played no skills and didn't weaken him or anything, so it's just like... That's a lot of damage. You can stop 24 of that by turn 4. I mean, if your deck is insane and you've got, like, a Bouncing Flask Plus, then sure, it's like lob 4 poison at him and eat the 3 extra strength. Or not 4 poison, but you know what I mean. Like, if you've got that and you've got Snecko Skull, and you're just like, cool, take, what's that, 16 poison. Yeah, but you don't have... if you're fighting Gremlin Nob, you probably don't have that much control over what's in your opening hand. You usually have to have your deck built up quite a bit more than that. These options are trash. Like, these are actual Oscar the Grouch level options right here. That's actually not a terrible path. I think I might swap boss relic. Swap for a boss relic. There's a late shop. Also 2 events potentially. 3 potions. I'm only going through 2 hallway fights. Okay. Okay. So there are a lot of cards that we can now take very early on that will actually be pretty good. Like, I can just take Turbo now. I don't even need to play Dual Cast this turn. I can wait. Get more damage out of this Lightning Orb. Because it stays in my hand. Oh, that's... Yeah, Runic Pyramid's pretty good. Can't really complain about that one. Can I kill him this turn? 9 plus 25, 34... Minus 16 is 18. No, I can't kill him. That's fine. I'll take 2 damage here. He'll take no damage here. Oh, wanna just strike? Probably not. Yeah, he takes another 6. Yeah, even if he shields for 9. He's dead. Cool. Genetic algorithm's much better with Runic Pyramid. Ooh, I shouldn't get too greedy. I'll just take the Cold Snap. Because, like, we still need the cards that solve the problems ahead of us. Am I going to a shop? Not for a while. I'm going to take the card removal because we want strikes gone even more than usual. Quite frequently want defends gone too. I think maybe I should have played those in the opposite order. Oh boy. That is a lot of damage. Okay, let's go. Blocked it all, no problem. How good is Rebound with a Runic Pyramid? You can always rebound the best card. But then the rebound's in the discard? Yeah, so we can't really do anything about that. I kind of wish I'd taken Genetic Algorithm now that there's a compile driver here. Do I want Riptide? No. Maybe I should have taken Rebound. Just because it does 2 more damage. I did not expect this to be a shop. I also didn't want this to be a shop. Bye, sweet. And then I will leave. Okay, what do we got? Alright. Kinda glad I got that sweeping beam. Oh, I shouldn't have picked this compile driver. Right. I don't have my regular relic, so I don't start with the lightning rip. Still play it, because it does 1 more damage. Oh, my spine! Cold Snap? Probably just block here. I really need to get the Zap upgraded, otherwise it's just gonna get stuck in my hand forever. I guess Runic Pyramid's also pretty good in this fight, because I quite often am going to have cards left over. Play the Zap now, so it can start giving me value. Like, it takes 2 turns for it to get as much damage as the strike, and I can't control where it goes. But this fight's probably gonna last, like, 4 or 5 more turns, so getting it out now is gonna turn into a lot more damage in the long run. I need this man to death. Which means I also have to take more damage. Stack is also... Ooh. Yeah, Stack is a much better block parry with Runic Pyramid. Because I can just wait until it's actually good and then play it. Should draw for it. Yeah, these dazes are like almost inconsequential at this point. Like, yep, I still got 3 energy worth of cards to play. This time I didn't have the choice over which orb was in the front though, just because I drew the Cold Snap before I drew the tap, so... Obviously, I'd like the lightning orb up front because I'm probably gonna need, you know, the damage. Useful here. Yeah, let's do this before I accidentally draw too many cards. Yeah, more useful than the block. It's like, yeah, no, I can block a lot. Claw gets out of my hand. Claw's not bad. It is a reasonable damage common. Not on Ascension 20.
No.
Not on Ascension 20. No, you can do it on Ascension 6. You can probably do it fairly well up until, like...
To be fair,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, well, the two things that make it hard to do really well are the heart. So if you're not going for heart runs, like that already, like, just like toss that aside, and Time Eater. So really, if you're not going for heart runs, it's probably good right up until Ascension, like literally up through Ascension 19. Because as soon as you hit Ascension 20, you have to fight 2 Act 3 bosses back to back. And you don't know what the second one is. And they're different. It's never, you can't fight the same one twice in a row. Which means your chances of fighting Time Eater go up from 33% to 66%. So it's like, no, you pretty much always have to build a deck that can fight Time Eater and Awakened One and Donu Deca. Which is hard. Because the kind of deck that beats, because Awakened or Time Eater just gets completely shit on by powers. If you just got like a deck full of powers, you can just like outscale them so hard. Especially on defect, you're just like, I have 7 Frost Orbs that block for 13. You can never harm me. Whereas, you know, against Awakened One, you're like, oh no. No, it's been said by more people far earlier than me, but like even if I hadn't heard it from them, like at this point I would have come to the same conclusion that Awakened One is definitely overall the hardest of the Act 3 bosses. Because he does not stop scaling. Well, he scales with you, basically. Yeah. If you're scaling, he's scaling, unless you either have Claw or like Shuriken or Kunai or something, like a relic that's scaling for you. Like Kunai is one of the best relics for Awakened One because you can actually just like sit back because he doesn't do tons of damage if you haven't played any powers. The most he hits you for is like 32. He hits you for like 24, 24, then 32, at least during his first phase. And so if you've got a deck that can reasonably proc Kunai like once every turn or two, it does not take, you'll take some damage, but it doesn't take very long until you get to the point where it's just like you can outblock him. And then you go beyond that, you like outpace him even further so that you're ahead of him even once you start playing powers. And then you're just fine, sort of thing. But like Donu and Deca, you know, they can scale infinitely until you just kill Donu. And then they stop getting strength buffs. And Time Eater can scale infinitely so long as you keep playing cards, but it's like... Yeah. I consider Time Eater the easiest one. Because again, powers just like ruin him.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's one card scaling in a bottle, sort of thing. You just have to like really pay attention with him. Because I will often end turns early. Like if I can't push it all the way to 12, I rarely let the timer go past 9. It's like, I probably want to play at least 3 cards next turn. And then you're like,
the combo, and then I'm like, shit, that turn.
Yeah. When you end on 11, you're just like,
oh,
rip.
I did get lucky once though with Ironclad, where I ended on 11 by accident.
Just
like,
went wham.
wham, and I had a Necronomicon. So
So you did the double bludgeon. No, the one way to really do like zero cost defect stuff, because normal all for one stuff does not work at Ascension 20. For the same reasons, like zero cost cards are so low impact that like you cannot afford to be taking 2 damage per card from the heart, or like turning Time Eater,
exactly.
cranking him. The way you can do it though is if you have Snecko Eye, because it'll grab any zero cost card.
Yep.
Even like I had a run, I want to say last week, where I relic swapped and got Snecko Eye as my starting relic, and I'm just like, holy fuck. And I saw a Meteor Strike and a Hyper Beam in Act 1. And then one of the boss rares was all for one. And I'm just like, that? I actually, I'm pretty sure I lost that run. But in the Act 4 Elite fight, the first time I drew both of my all for ones, they cost 0. So I actually just like went in and went onto YouTube while I did it, put on the audio for the fucking United States of Smash. Well, I'm just like, all for one, all for one, all for one, all for one. And it's just like, oh, it was literally turn 2, and I just like killed them both. I'm just like, just punching you forever. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I stopped watching the anime because I was already reading the manga. I'm just like,
I'm not reading the manga. I will read it, likely once.
The anime is like pretty much like
It is.
like one for one, like right at it.
They did that was because they did not want another brotherhood scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've actually been in talks now with a bunch of different anime where they're basically like a lot of people are calling it brotherhood syndrome now. Or we're just gonna start getting a bunch of like Fruits Basket just did it. Because and I'm really hoping if they do start doing that, because they're also taking ones where not just were changed, but like they didn't finish it. They only did a bit, and I'm really, really fucking hoping Excel World gets picked back up.
Yeah.
If they can do another Excel. I loved Excel World. It was written. It's the same guy who wrote Sword Art Online. Same world essentially, but in the future. Although it does state it is not the
Excuse
same
me.
world. Like it is the same like world, but they put it together.
Okay.
And so it's basically like the nerve here plus. So now basically everything has been on like any point happening reality. And so the main character is this outrageously short, fat just but in the virtual world it's good. Because that's all it does. And it's programmed by some brain first. And it is a third-party program. There are a couple of rules on it. It has brain first, can only ever give it to one other person. Regardless if it works or not. And it's not 100% chance it works.
Oof.
Yeah. And so she gives it to him believing he can help her. And so how it works, and she states it's basically if it installs, like nothing happens. But when you go to sleep at night, you will have like one of the worst fucking nightmares you have ever had. And your character is created based on it.
Interesting.
And so your character has to do with your personal worst fears.
Okay.
So he ends up different color types of way. So he is metallic, super frail, melee hand-to-hand fighter. And he's just like, and like his special attack is headbutt. And the first time he goes to use it,
Hey, Demon
literally-
King.
it literally like reinforces his neck, and he just gets run over by a dude with a motorcycle. And
Nice.
yeah, it's essentially one-on-one fighting games you get.
Okay.
But they last, I think like 2 hours. They last, but because you're in like super accelerated virtual reality in the real world, it's I think like 1.2 seconds
Wow.
goes by.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so leveling up is good. The more you win, of course, the more experience you get, and you need to spend experience to level up. But if you ever go to 0 experience, Brain Burst is uninstalled for you, and you lose all memories of it.
Let's see.
And so you get up to level 10. Nobody knows what happens when you reach level 10 because there's only one way to get
Oh, I was gonna say, do you have to kill the Grandmaster of Flowers?
No.
Damn it!
sadly.
Damn it!
Here's the stipulation. If it's level 9 fight, whoever loses, loses. The game is uninstalled. And so that's why this group of friends, when they all hit level 9, they basically just truced because they didn't want to lose that. And so she ended up betraying one of them. And then that's why she's now united. And so that's how it helps her. But so he gets the one ability no one else in the game has ever fucking got. He gets wings! He can fly!
I was gonna say, you know what I think would actually happen in that scenario is eventually some large enough group of people would come together, because you said like it's the level 9. Sorry, I was also thinking about this, so I might have misheard. They have to kill every other level 9, or like they have to be the only level 9.
They have to take out like 4 or 5.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Then what I was thinking.
And they actually are. So each one, they're called the kings of their color. Each one is a different color. So they've actually got areas of the game where they control. You know? And yeah, there's a lot in. Yeah, it's just interesting. There's this other who plays. And his character has an even meaner ability.
Mm-hmm.
He has the ability to steal characters' abilities.
Oh,
And
damn it.
they don't get it back until he gets rid of it. And so, yeah, he legit just steals the wings. Well, it gets worse. One of his arms is this fucking, like, super long tentacle arm that if it gets cut off, it regenerates. And, like, oh, yeah, like, if your limb gets cut off, it's off until the end of the fight.
Mm.
And you feel pain. There is a fight where literally the main character is missing one arm and both legs. And like he's flying, which is like one arm.
Nice.
And yeah, so, and then his other arm is a suit, like it's a good distance flamethrower. And so once he has the wings, it literally
Just flies around and just.
And yeah, it's ludicrous. But it's interesting because he gets one of their other friends, he gets her fixed on his side. She ends up with she figures something out with healing. It is not a healing ability because she noticed this every time she healed a person. She also raised their special gauge back up if they used it. So
Okay.
she realized that that's not enough. She's learned, figured out how the powers work. So years of being learned that the one thing, your power is based on the one thing you want most in the world. And so for the main character, she wanted free birds. Like birds, but she wanted to go back to when they were kids. This isn't a heal ability. It turns with time. So she realizes this. Until he loses the plate ability. Because she wanted time back. And it was just like, shit, that's smart. That's a very good series. Yeah, we're gonna do this section of arcs and then and like it literally ends on basically like a kind of cliffhanger. Like not a real cliffhanger, but so many I mean, go and read but unfortunately it was translated by 7 before it got licensed. And then copyright infringement. But the problem is they're not licensed, but they are because they literally licensed them just so and you're like, fuck these guys. Like,
Sorry, I'm trying not to die to slime boss. And I also had to I swapped boss relics at the start of the run and I got Runic Pyramid. It was actually really good.
yeah.
I had to decide between a turbo and a hyper beam. Not bad. Yeah, because turbo's way better with Runic Pyramid, because then you can use it exactly when you need it. And I was also fighting Slime Boss as the boss, so I'm like, well, Hyper Beam's really good. And also, I have fucking Runic Pyramid, so I can, use it at the best possible time. But, I ended up taking Hyper Beam, and now I'm just like, my hand is full of slimes. I didn't think of that. Fuck. Do I just Hyper Beam and, wait to redraw it? I don't know. No, I don't think I do. Because if I don't do that, then I can just, split them immediately with Hyper Beam again. This is not a great... Well, it's not a terrible split. 55. Taking 12 damage. So that gets me the 12 block. I'm gonna Hyper Beam probably either when I need to split or on the turn where this guy would make me weak. You don't want to lasers. And then lasers. Yeah, no, that plan worked out much better than not doing that. Mm-hmm.
And then they give him that better. And you're like, the same thing basically happened to Black Clover.
Well, the thing I like about My Hero Academia is a lot of the powers have a very defined restriction to them, because it's boy oh boy, does One for All really fuck him up. Really fuck him up.
Yeah. To be fair, though, he gets 7 quirks. So
eventually, maybe. Probably.
He has to figure out what each of them are, because he has no fucking clue. And I mean, All Might literally never even knew that was a thing.
Yeah. Well, no, he's 6? Well, I guess
no.
if you count One for All.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be 7.
Yeah. Other quirks.
Because he doesn't get an extra one from All Might, and he doesn't get an extra one from the first guy.
Yeah. He doesn't get one from the first one, because the first one... Well, he does. The first guy does technically have 2 quirks,
but
that is what makes all of them.
I don't remember, because I read it not too long ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember if the guy who we got the fucking black tendrils from actually specifically says that each of them has another quirk that he gains. Or if...
Yeah, he's supposed to get the other one. It's just whether...
I know he gets the other quirks from the other ones, but I don't know if every single one of the others also had quirks.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, each of them did have quirks.
Okay.
As far as we know, I mean,
I don't remember if he stated it or not.
But,
so I think that might be an assumption. I mean,
yeah, I think that is an assumption, but we'll find out. Yeah, there's manga I used to read way back when. Unfortunately, it's only updated once every 4 years with a single chapter. This guy literally wrote it basically in his spare time, and published it on his own now and then. It's called Iris Zero, and the whole point of it was basically everyone within the last couple generations, pretty much anyone 17 and younger, is basically born with an eye power, and his eye power is just be a range of things. One person is anytime they see something fly, they see a devil tail. There's one kid, anytime he sees butterflies coalesce around people based on how close they are to death.
oh,
And shit like that. So, it's fucking these kids up. And the main character is what's called an Zero. Doesn't have power. And so he helps all of these people basically see reality. Because, the girl who can see lies, her parents, she's fucked up because her parents are constantly telling each other they love each other, both of them have devil tails.
ooh.
And so, she sees everyone lying to everyone to her, so she goes to a counselor, and she decides she wants to try and use this for good. So she's like, I want to be, a lawyer.
Yeah.
And the counselor's like, yeah, you'd make a good lawyer. She sees the devil tail. They're 17.
Mm.
They have a their power is if somebody asks if they would be good at something, they can see yes or no.
Oh.
Because she's a counselor, she couldn't tell her, no, you would be bad at this. So she had to say yes, like go for it.
Interesting.
And yeah, it's the kid who figures it out. And yeah, and so it's like, so they figure out what she should do instead of being a lawyer is to be a police officer. Just because she would be better at it.
Yeah.
And like the kid who sees people dying is like the girl who likes like his best friend. Every time he goes near her, she gets a shitload of butterflies. But if he watches her from far away, she doesn't. So he's like, it's me. I'm what kills her. So I can't be near her. And it turns out that it's basically just his paranoia over her dying near him is what would cause her to die. So it's like he just needs to fucking let go. And yeah, hers is interesting. She can see the probability of people's heads of how probable they would be to remember anything asked.
Okay.
And so like, she's searching for this necklace. And so she's the main character. Everyone else is 0%. The main character is 100%. She's like, you can help me find this. Well, her best friend tells the main character that there's something wrong with her. It's not real. She never had a power. She was back to zero. And that at some point in time she got this power, but the power is in her head because it doesn't work. And she's done things now she knows that. She put on this gold necklace. So if she's the one who had the necklace, then she would have seen her with 100%. But she didn't. And you find out the story there, and she does have a power. I don't know exactly how it is. Her brother had that power, and her brother died. And in the car crash with her older brother, she lost her legs. So they transplanted her brother's eyes into her, and that's when she started seeing numbers. But
Gotcha.
they're not certain if it's actually the power or her brain doing it for her because she knew about it. It's placebo. And so it's like, of course, he's the one who ends up getting the necklace back to her. So it's like, well, he is technically the one who did it. Like, so I was really hoping for more than the captain.
Fair enough.
So this is a world where rather than superpowers, everyone gets mad.
Okay.
And so everyone at a certain age goes and gets spell tokens. So like earlier, they could use ancient, mostly just because they get spell tokens. There is a special thing. So every time greatly stand. Then there is a fourth wave. And that fourth wave is luck, and they're usually seen power. Which the main character's rival is this kid. He is like outrageously talented against of talent. The main character has no mana. Can't use magic. He doesn't even get a tome. And like both of them are trying to use wizard in Spanish. He's like training so something happens and this guy basically comes in and tries to attack him. And the rival basically down. In that moment, Asta gets super pissed off and hears a voice in his head. He says, do you want power? I need it. And so he has a 5-leaf clover town that is outrageously tarnished. You can't see the clover. It is tarnished and rough. It's gross. In the opening, it describes that there is a legend of a 5-leaf clover, and the 5th leaf is said to embody a demon. And so he draws from he doesn't get spells. He gets one really big ass sword. And the sword has one ability.
Okay.
It can negate all magic. He can cut through magic. And it's just like, well, and the only reason he can throw the sword is because it doesn't just negate magic. Anything it touches, it just sucks magic out of it. So, like, if he stabs somebody through, it'll just take their magic out of it. It's actually and yeah, so the only reason he can throw the sword is because he's out mana. And then he gets a second sword later on that's slightly smaller that if he absorbs magic in it, he can basically like shoot magic back, although he hasn't learned to use it quite well.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's got two swords. And now he's learning to basically channel the anti-magic into himself and go into like a half-demon. But the sword, at that point, the sword hones in on whatever's the strongest magic around him. He has no control over it. He just flies sword first at it, which he's now used to make an attack with both swords. Double thrust. Literally fucking stabs up in the chest.
Nice. That reminds me of what was it called? It was like the Blast Blade. It was in the non-translated Slayers novels. Because where the 8th novel ends is basically the end of season 2 of Slayers. Yeah. And unlike what they did in the anime where like Zealous is just like, because you see him lose the Sword of Darkness or the Sword of Light in a bunch of like dark goop, and then Zealous comes after and is like, I was saving this for you. It's like, so you know he can have it during season 3 because it's actually super important in season 3. Yeah, that doesn't happen. It's gone. It's fucking gone. So they have to get him a new sword. And oh boy, they get him a new fucking sword. Yeah, the blast sword. So at first it just seems like a reasonably okay magic sword, and it turns out that the blast sword was so fucking dangerous. Somebody forged a second magic sword over top of it. This sword cuts through anything, including time and space, feelings, like anything. Like anything. And it absorbs magic to get sharper. It's so fucking dumb. I'm just like, holy shit. Yeah. Anything. Dimensions.
So,
yeah.
That reminds me of things not in the anime. So, each of the characters so basically, like, the magic things are split up.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that Asta gets in are black holes. And they're the delinquents of the magic things. They're the ones sent in on suicide. Shit like that. So he gets in, and they are all just a rag to a bunch. But there's one that stands out called Gordon. And he is basically a god.
Okay. Gordon the Goth. Yeah.
Like, super, but he's also the friendliest person. So, like, absolutely every time like, they're getting together, he's like, oh, like, does anybody want to go together with me? Like, we can go out and have a picnic. Like, but nobody ever hears him. And so you find out, you never get to see what his magic is in the anime yet. But you find out.
Sorry, I just fucked up.
Get to in the manga, and the reason it's not in the anime yet is because this scene was so bad, they decided they could not air it. He has curse magic.
Okay.
And he literally does something against Asta, who he is, and at this point considers his best friend in the world. Which is funny, because they never spend any time with him, because he literally gets left out of everything. Like, everyone will leave, and he'll be the only one still at base. And yeah, he literally tears a person by their molecules to bit, just gone. And you're just like, no wonder they couldn't show. Like, it's still considered a children's show. Yeah, apparently he has outrageous curse magic. But like, there's this one chick. She's essentially like. She was held captive in the witch's forest. She's a witch. She was held by the queen of witches. The queen of witches believed she would be more powerful for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But the only magic she can use is thread magic. She can.
I was gonna say, are you even still looking through magic cards at this point?
Yeah, like she can control threads.
Okay.
And she ends up running away. That's how she gets her black holes. But they have to go back to the witch's forest because Asta's arms during one of those fights just got fucked. Like will not be healed. He can't use them.
Mhm.
That's how fucked they are, and they're permanent. So she's like, look, I'm pretty confident. You know, but she's not gonna work.
Mm.
But I might be able, and so what she does is she trades her freedom away to fix Asta's arms.
Okay.
Of course, Asta is but when she's trying to get away, she finally decides, fuck this, like, you have controlled my fate long enough, I'm taking fate in my hands. And that's when she gains a new spell in the book.
Mhm.
And some people get the ability to basically summon them and spirit.
Okay.
So you know that powerful. He has self-control. And he's stupid. She manifests this little red cat.
Okay.
And so, like, the bitch gets pissed off and goes to do something against her. You click, like, she impales her. And then she's standing next to him, not impaled. He, like, cuts her in two. Same thing. Not happening. What's going on? The cat is the red string of fate.
Mm.
And she can literally control fate. She was like, yeah, no, fuck it. Fuck this. Fuck that. She uses a stupid amount of mana, but she's just like, yeah, fuck that. No, fuck this.
Fair enough. There's one thing, like I didn't talk about much, even though it's something that I think is super cool. Because for my Exalted campaign, I was planning on introducing a Sidereal NPC that you may or may not have. Like, it could have gone either way with the NPC. But because Sidereals are just busted as fuck. Like, the way I put it, it's like... So, like, Dragon-Blooded, they get a lot... They're, like, very mode efficient, and they get a lot of benefit from working together.
Yeah.
And obviously, they just have the fact that there's more of them, and, you know, they basically control the largest empire in the world. They have access to more money, more artifacts, more soldiers, you know. But, like, just as part of, like, their innate power. So, like, that's one thing. Like, Lunars are really, really... They get to move their stats around and do a bunch of fucking baloney. They're shapeshifters.
Yeah.
So it's like, they can't reach quite the same heights that Solars can, but they are much more flexible than
And
a
I
Solar
also
is.
know that some Solars get better.
A Lunar Mate.
Yeah.
They got rid of almost all of that for 3rd edition.
Okay.
I think
remember there was a few things.
there were
saw
quite a
in 3rd
few in
edition
2nd
about it.
edition. So yeah, and like Solars, you already know, they just get to do the biggest, most bullshit things. Sidereals just get to cheat non-fucking stop. They cheat so fucking hard. They get to do absolute bullshit. They get to change, so, it's defined in the core rulebook, but, like, it's unclear if you just read the core rulebook why it's specifically defined, but they say the target number for dice is 7. That's the number you need for success or more. It's like, well, there's nothing in the book that changes that. Sidereals can drag it down to 4 with their excellency. They can fuck with everyone's dice. And their charms are just weird as shit. They have a dodge charm that lets them dodge every event of that day from dawn. Yes! They literally basically, like, shift timelines and end up as if they'd done entirely different things that day. It's like usable like once per season. Like it's a real, but it's just like they get some complete bullshit. There was so a whole bunch of their charms were actually sealed. I don't remember which event caused it, but one of the adventures that they published was called The Return of the Scarlet Empress, and it's basically an apocalypse scenario. And during that, the 5 maidens, which are the Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, which are the celestial incarnate that the Sidereals are born from, because like it's you know, Unconquered Sun, Luna, and then the 5 maidens. They basically unlock all of the Sidereals' locked charms, and a lot of them are really busted. Like, one of them lets you teleport anywhere in any realm. Just straight up. But one of them is, if there's a unanimous vote among all Sidereals and the 5 maidens, they can pick someone to become the new Unconquered Sun. And I'm just like, holy fuck. Holy shit. It has to be unanimous.
Yeah.
That's 105, because sidereals are actually, they are the fewest. There's only 100 of them, period. Dragon-blooded are the only ones that there ever get to be more of, because theirs is, by lineage and blood. Whereas there's a set amount of, like, exaltations for each of the others. I think it's 500 for both solars and lunars, because they're supposed to be matched. Well, it's technically less than that, because of some bullshit with the abyssals. But yeah, sidereals, there's exactly 100 of them. Exactly 20 of each of the castes. And it's just like, yeah, you need all of them to agree. And it's just like, that, because the whole thing is like, because the Unconquered Song can actually die in that adventure. It's a big, like, literally, like, mega apocalypse. The Ebon Dragon, which was one of the Yozis, like, eats the sun, and that causes some problems for the Unconquered Sun. It's not the worst for him, because he's the only god that's actually backwards in creation and, like, what he represents to all the other gods. Yeah. Every other god is like, here's this river, this river's created from, tectonic shifts or whatever, and then this god of this river manifests. Unconquered Sun came first, and the Primordials had to come up with something glorious enough to represent him. Yeah. They made him, and they're just like, alright, what's this guy gonna represent? And they're just like, boom, fucking sun. Because before that, like, creation already had a sun, but it was green. Yeah. So that's actually the sun that's in Malpheus, is the old green sun. Because, like, the other thing, the Primordials are, like, well, the Yozis used to be the Primordials. They're also just, there's a lot of stuff in Exalted that's just really fucking weird. They're, like, defined, because, like, they, how do I put it? It's like, the definition of what they are changes what they actually are. So it's like, when they got defeated and they were no longer the, like, rulers of the universe and were now this outcast, exiled prisoner group, they actually all changed drastically and became, like, very, very different. But they're also, like, they're like extremely alien beings. But they also, like, how would I put it? They kind of have, like, an inbuilt purpose that just, like, cannot be denied. And, the Ebon Shadow, he's also part of the reason why the Unconquered Sun got created in the first place. Because the Ebon Shadow, the Unconquered Sun was made to be his opposite. Because the Ebon Shadow is also made stronger based on how powerful his opposite thing is. So it's like the Unconquered Sun is the light of all lights. So, like, he actually got stronger because after the Unconquered Sun existed. Like, his whole thing is basically, his purpose is to bust out of Malpheus and free all the Yozis. So it's basically inevitable that it will eventually happen. And that's where that whole scenario, the return of the Scarlet Empress, because it turns out that the whole reason she's missing, she's actually gone down to Malpheus, and then, like, there's some loophole workaround, I may have, I don't think I would have, because I wanted to borrow elements from it.
Well, I think, like, after you can already.
Oh, I don't remember talking very much about it at all after.
I just remember you mentioning something about, I remember something about that.
Maybe, but basically, it's like a Beetlejuice thing. It's like he gets married to her, and that's what lets him bust out. And then after he busts out, like, they all get to bust out. And, like, these are unbelievably powerful beings. Like, I've explained it to John, I think, before, that, like, because there's, like, the 3 circles of demons. There's, like, the first circle, which you guys are vaguely, there's, like, blood apes, which will absolutely, it's just like a 100-person village is just done. They have no chance against a single blood ape. A blood ape will absolutely massacre them. You need, like, 100 well-trained soldiers to deal with a blood ape. And, like, there are other ones, first circle's whatever. Second circle is just, like, this is, like, a Metropolis level problem. I had some plans for a second circle demon that I created for later in the campaign, but it's just, like, this is the kind of thing that you can sick, like, low level, low essence solars at, and have, a good fight sort of thing. Or be a good challenge, because, again, very few of the demons are, like, or the creatures in general are, like, actually combat focused. A lot of them are really weird. There's, like, the Neoma, which is, like, this she looks like this weird gray lady, but she lives in a gigantic snail shell. It's bigger on the inside than the outside, like 400 times bigger. Like it's this huge giant like workshop tower. And what she does is like she bargains for like the genetic material of different creatures, and then she goes into her shell and like merges them together and makes a new thing. It's like shit like that is what most of the demons are. And they just get weirder and crazier as you go up in power level. There's a second level demon that's like a box of games, like, you know, chess, like, you know, the kinds of games that you might have and like dice games and stuff. It's like if you open that box, it's literally like out of fucking Harry Potter or something. You get like shrunken down and you have to like beat her at some kind of fucking game. Otherwise, you're trapped in there as a game piece forever. And that's just literally what she does. But yeah, like the second level demons are pretty fucking powerful. Third circle is like, this is a whole fucking country's problem. This is like red goddamn alert. And then yeah, Yozis are just straight up extinction. Like one Yozi is an extinction level event, and there's like, I don't know, like 25 of them, and they're just like, we're in creation now. It's yeah, a whole lot of problems. All right, I have to pick a card. I hope you guys in chat enjoyed my explanation about Exalted lore while I'm chatting with my friend. What are we fighting boss wise? Never wrote anything.
But that was because I never got to the point of like getting my thieves guild going to start its story.
Yeah, no, like I said, like I explained before, like I was juggling. I set myself up to juggle a lot of balls, and I dropped almost all of them.
Well, that's why one of the things like I was trying to come up with as much of anything.
Yeah.
Because I know I ran into the same thing with my exploration game. Was just like
this is a lot of.
Too much. It was too like I literally gave every character the leadership to be free because like they were setting up a city, and I had plans on how it worked. What I did not plan for was each of the characters absolutely caring so much about the city that it got to the point where I was like, we can't just leave these. Like, if we leave, a couple people might die from an event. Well, then we can't leave. And it was just like, and shit was hitting fan and
yeah.
You know, like Ian did the same thing with Redwood. So like they kept track of most of their own stuff. And yeah, that's what I realized.
God damn it.
That entire session I was gonna dedicate. Host a funeral.
Sorry, I was talking so long I forgot what the fuck I was doing. So, 1, I removed a strike instead of the shame from my deck. And 2, I like totally forgot I even had a fucking ice cream. Now I've got 5 energy. So it's just like, god damn it. I looked at my draw pile and I was like, wait a minute. Wasn't I planning to get rid of this shame? Oof. Oof. Yeah, well, I mean, like, the real straw that broke the camel's back was the repeated people not showing the fuck up. Because it was just like...
A lot of times, like, there would be a moment where something happened, and one of us would be like, okay, like, we want to get it. It's like, because other people were constantly talking, we didn't get hurt, and then it got pushed past, and then it's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, it was really rough.
Problematic, and it's like, realistically, we did something. Do we watch it before that? Like, or if we, you know, engage way back.
Nudge?
Yeah.
The nudge button.
The nudge button. But that would, something like that would have been perfect. Because then it just basically would have been like, oh, hey, they want to interrupt. Cool.
Well, I mean, it was especially bad when because like obviously like when there's two people trying to talk through there, it's really
Yeah.
bad. And then there was Daniel was not gonna be so it was just like holy fuck.
Yeah, like once you started going through each person, so like anytime there was a big one, it's like okay, each person I want to do something specific to it.
Yeah.
That started to help. Because of course then we also got faster at it. Maybe the person that needed to get something, we were like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, see, one of the things I was thinking about is like, it would take some doing, but I could convert most of the stuff in Exalted to Dungeon World. I've already thought about the ways I do it.
Like, I really like Exalted for what it is, what they do.
For me, it's just like, oh god, it's just a little. You look at the size of that fucking book. It's huge. Like
I remember when
my lap
Pathfinder
gets
came
sore.
out, and we were like, man, this is a fucking big book.
When which one?
When Pathfinder came
Oh
out.
yeah,
we were
because
like,
it was the
man,
monster
this is a
manual
fucking
and
big book.
yeah.
It was like, fuck,
Yeah.
big book.
Yeah, the Pathfinder core rulebook's got nothing on that fucker.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it's like the PS3. It's a murder weapon. You put that on the end of a stick and you've got a maul, baby.
You literally,
Yeah.
It's a large maul, because a maul is 12 pounds, and a large maul would actually be 17, and that's the weight of a PS3.
Yeah.
You duct tape that fucker to the stick, and you buy a large maul. I actually have it.
Congratulations.
Found it in the box with my PS2.
Congratulations. I'm just gonna
Along
take
with
Feel
all
No
my
Pain.
GameCube controllers.
Nice.
So I could at least fucking get Smash Bros.
I don't know where my GameCube controller is. It's probably somewhere.
I've even still got the platinum.
Nice. But yeah, and I mean, like I've got the Dragon Blooded book too, and it's just like, fuck, man. Dragon Blooded are more complicated than Solars are, because they've got the yeah, the elemental mechanic, and it's just like, it's like worrying about Anima Banner and like just the timings and the combos. Yeah, that was something I mentioned with John. I was like, I think this would work way better at 3 people.
Yeah, I think 3 would.
Yeah.
We don't
You really don't when you're Solars, because you can just kind of.
but, like, 2,
You can honestly, you can do 2. You can do 1.
But, like, 3,
Yeah. Fucking bottle tornado again.
So spread out.
Well, I wasn't actually pushing it until 4 people were all different
Yeah.
casts, and I was like,
Well, it's like,
Twilight.
what I was mentioning, though, on it was that, like, not that it's a bad idea, the problem was, especially in our own area, other level of work for you, whereas, like, if
well, yeah,
some
because everyone was,
area of
yeah,
overlap,
there was like almost no ability that wasn't covered. At
and
least,
so,
like,
unless
and-
somebody got to flex their character, they were doing so solo, basically.
mhm.
And yeah, I know, like, I love Blood, because
Yeah,
that's so much
their
fun.
underworld's really cool.
Like, well, that and just the way you did it, like, it was very perfect for my character. My character was out of his element. He's not the most powerful being around. Like,
Yeah.
clearly not. And so that was nice. Because my character, he's a weirdo.
Well, you guys didn't even leave, like,
that
fucking,
was
you
it,
were
like-
in Rubicon, like,
Yeah.
leaving the fucking city, it gets a lot worse.
I imagine.
Out in the wilds.
And that's exactly it. I was like, but my character's careful. So that's why it was nice. Was it was that nice little bit of, like, being careful with no risk. And, like,
Yeah.
But, like, then watching everyone else when they're just basically sitting there talking back drinks, like.
Yeah. No, there was, like, pretty much every session there was stuff that didn't come up that I
Yeah.
had, and I was like, I've, like, long since learned to, like, I'm not disappointed anymore. Like, I'm like, it would have been cool if it did, but, like, if it doesn't, it's like, oh well.
And I have to do that a lot with my information games. How I build most of it is get bad things. So
What do you mean?
Like, I have difficulty deciding if I'm going to, like, if there's going to be a random what creature should I these
Mhm.
things for me. That way I didn't choose them.
What? Was this in Pathfinder?
Yeah, this was
Okay.
Pathfinder.
Yeah, because I
But
don't.
the
It's been a
problem-
long time since I looked into Pathfinder rulebook, but I don't think it comes with random monster tables.
Well, I don't know if it's
Maybe it was in the
book, but I can
best
find
year.
them online.
But,
I was gonna say, regardless, like I made my own.
Mhm.
That way, it matched. But I started doing more than just literally. And just like roll, like, oh, this one pops. Yeah, this. But it started getting to the point where they weren't dealing with some of them before more were getting stacked on.
Mm.
And that was on me. That I was essentially very like, well, now it's my system. It's doing fine. Instead of being like, no, there's clearly a flaw in the system. I need to, as DM, pull this back.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's some ways it makes sense. No way.
Pretty much no matter way you slice it, DMing is going to be a decent amount of work. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying all the just generic random nerd talk that's going on. You see, I assume you are, otherwise I'm sure you'd tell me. Oh, there were actually have been messages that I've completely ignored. Howdy, Silosaridius. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're still here. I have no idea when you sent that message. There aren't timestamps on this thing. Make him talk about Charmy, one of the best girls. What is this? It sounds really cool. I think that might have been when I was talking about Exalted. I have no idea. We've talked about so many fucking things. Well, I'm glad you are still here, Silas. Normally it's just me, but my friend has just moved back from out of town, and I'm giving him a bunch of magic cards, so he's just like going through my massive collection of magic cards while we're shooting the shit while I slay the Spire. Normally I'm talking much more about the game, you know, talking about, you know, those high-level plays, what I'm planning to do, which cards are better and why, how we're going to take down the boss, what elites I'm worried about, how bad this fucking Darkstone Periapt is, you know, that sort of shit. But today it's nerd shit. It's pure nerd shit. I mean, I guess this is also probably pretty nerd shit, but this is very specific nerd shit. I have Fiendfire and a Feel No Pain in my deck. So cool. How old is she now?
14.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, she just finished grade 9.
Jesus.
So I'm like, you aren't old enough. You're now older than when I started. Yeah. Oh no, it's even weirder, man. Like she's an adult, basically. Like talking to her. She's a teen.
Well,
She's a teen.
I mean, because I haven't seen her since probably she was 5 or something.
No, literally, she came about 3 weeks after I moved to Ontario. Jess, Asia, and Rob happened to be there. Rob's from Windsor, so he's
Gotta remove the
in
shame.
that city.
Okay.
So they actually came and visited me, and yeah, Matt hadn't seen Asia since she was like 6.
Yeah.
And it was just like she's about as tall as Jess now, almost. She's pretty gangly. Still blonde hair, blue eyes. Got a bit of a deep
I would imagine her eye color didn't change. And again, I would also imagine her voice gets deeper from like 6 to 14.
True, but like you normally, especially with women, like it's still a little set. No, like she's like.
I mean, it depends. Some women have deep voices.
I was like, yeah, maybe I'll talk about it.
But yeah, no, I really need to, because the problem is, I've got that fan now, so that's helped, and, those boxes and that blue bag were not there, like, a month ago, but I was just like, fuck, I need to block out this light and cool it down to fucking sleep. I'm now at a pretty good place, but it's like, it took until a couple weeks ago before I could get to the point where I was, like, actually getting sleep, because I was just, like, sleep deprived from, like, all of May through, so it's like, man, I really want to actually get through and work on Dungeon World and play it, because, like, I really want to play it. I've been interested in that game for, like, probably, like, 2 years, and I got it like early December last year. I've just been sitting on it. I'm like, because, like, well, you know, we started with first edition D&D, and first edition, because, like, it's one thing, I've probably talked to you about this before, but, like, one thing, like, I realized after years of having played, like, third edition Pathfinder, and, like, going afterwards, it's like, you know, because you get super excited, because, you know, we were, like, 13, 14, whatever, when the third edition shit came out, because you're like, oh, there's all these feats, we can do all these things now, but it's like, really, most of the time, those feats, the fact that there are feats for doing things means you can do fewer things.
Yeah.
Because before you could just do the thing.
Well,
and the DM kind of had to figure it out.
It was whether the DM would say you could do it. That's exactly it.
It's one of those things where it's like,
they put specific limiters in so that people were aware.
It makes less bad DMs, like it makes bad DMs less bad because there's less they can do without like explicitly going against what's written in the book. But I find it like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just like squishes down the extremes.
Like,
where it's just like,
that was the one that really hammered.
Yeah, fourth edition's
like it's bestiary. Fucking incredible.
Yes, they have the best monster and encounter design of any role playing game. Period.
I fucking loved it, but yeah,
you can learn a lot from how they did the monsters in fourth edition.
Was just like, why?
There were some other like obviously like encounter powers. That idea has kind of stuck around. Part of that is the reason why I'm also thinking of maybe trying 13th Age, because again, it's like I've never.
Interesting things, but I've never looked at it.
It's good. It's made by the lead designer of third edition and fourth edition together. Yeah. And it's got. It's kind of. Yeah, it's kind of. It's got like an interesting mix of both. It's probably more like 35%, like 3.5 and 25% fourth edition. And it's also more rules light than either of them. It's like take 35 and 25% and then like mix them together. And then, like, remove, like, a third of that as far as, like, rules. Like, it's not as rules light as Dungeon World. Because Dungeon World is, like... It's basically...
Like, I've always wanted to try doing a game with people. But, of course, the problem is I need a party willing to do it.
Sorry, Gizalusta, if you can't hear the other half of this conversation. And if I'm ignoring chat right now. I don't know what about 5th edition. I have no idea when you typed that message.
The health and bigger rules instead of just health. So it's basically what it does is it breaks down your hit points. So you each player what your hit points are is essentially like each player has 10% of regular hit points. But your vigor is essentially your stamina. So they separate the fact that your hit points are you like wearing yourself down in combat your actual health. That way for things like sneak attack and when like someone's actually trying to assassinate you have to be more worried. If you're flat-footed, it's not going against your vigor in a lot of cases. Well, like if you're helpless, it's not going against your vigor, it's going against your hit points. And you have much less of them.
Yeah.
But like I also want to do like Peaceman, where like you get different more armor that you wear than you get. You don't have to wear it. There's also lets you like this is good for a kind of adventure where like it's more of a salvage adventure. So like you'll find bits and pieces you have to use. Because you know, like you just can't go to a city and buy yourself. So like I've always wanted to do this because they have a lot of really fun, cool rules that would have made the original base game. Would have been the base game because they're afraid nobody would want to play it. So they no, the rules are a lot of fun, really cool. But of course, it's also rules.
Yeah. Okay. Trying to decide how I want to play this turn here. You want some Mercer? If I Fiend Fire here, there are 3 cards left in my deck. Defend, Strike, and Battle Trance. For the 0 cards. So how much damage is this though? 12. If I make him vulnerable, I can play Uppercut and Bash first, and then I've got those cards in the deck. That's not bad. Those are like the 2 best cards in the deck after like Fiend Fire and I guess Battle Trance. So how much damage is that? That's 18. I have 10 cards minus 3. 18 times 7 is 70 plus 56, 126 damage. It's probably enough. Yeah, that's exactly it. Gizliusta. Sorry, it took me a couple of tries. Yeah, no. I think 5th edition is probably the best. Sorry, I'm talking to chat now because they were asking. I think 5th edition is probably the best edition of D&D ever. Just straight up, it's just really, really good. It's got like a nice blend of everything. You want to look through that Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica? Because there's some... I guess you got a lot of magic cards to go through. Because there is some good shit in there. Because, like, obviously they had to introduce new races. Because, like, they're... Like, there's Vidalcan.
Yeah, like I've seen
the Loxodon and Minotaur are both incredible.
So when Matt goes in, he literally like and he doesn't mind.
Nice. It's a lot of burns. Oh, Into the Abyss?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My character died now. Dude.
I might die here, chat.
First thing, wait. You don't have dark vision. Nope. I have torch. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Literally, if you're in... if you're down there, the encounter tables are... If you have a torch...
Ooh.
They're like 80 times worse.
Ooh.
You are going to die. And yeah, like we got really lucky in that with a couple very well placed charm persons. We managed to get, and then Nathan was rolling on the encounter table, and he rolled a fucking unicorn, and we managed to convince the unicorn because unicorns.
You found a unicorn in the Underdark?
Yeah. And
congratulations, you're the only one.
So the best part here is unicorns twice per day can teleport themselves and up to 8 creatures to their grove. So we're like, out of the Underdark. Problem solved.
Nice.
We literally skipped like 70% of the adventure to get out of the Underdark.
Oh,
and the best part is that wasn't even the first opportunity we got to do so. We just didn't think about it. Because the charm person, we literally got caught by the warden of the fucking jail. And Bronwyn, our wizard, was just sitting there, she's a tiefling wizard. She's like, this charm person on her. I'm like, dude, you want to try and cast charm person on a fucking high priest of Loth? Like
couldn't
you
hurt.
Can, but like, they're gonna make the save. Go for it. And she rolled a fucking 1. And yeah, what we got her to basically let us go and go back and tell everyone that we killed that we didn't stop looking for us. And then afterwards, that's just like, so I'm just gonna tell you guys this now after she's left and the spell is done. But she has teleport. You could have just asked her to teleport.
She
you
has
up.
teleport.
Fuck, we didn't even think of that. But so we managed to got up. So Nathan's not allowed to roll random. We ran into 3 dragons in a row. We now have a reputation as dragon slayers.
Nice.
But I managed to get a fucking luck blade with 3 wishes in it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So after killing the black dragon, we actually managed to find the black dragon. So I used one of the wishes to make that egg. I used the second wish to finish the ritual with that egg to turn me into a half black dragon. So I'm now a half black dragon forged.
Wait, can you use the other egg to go all the way to full dragon?
No, there is a specific ritual, and the only way to be able to go all the way is to actually scale from, if I was going black, a scale from TNA.
Can you become a half dragon dragon?
That's a good question. Probably not.
Uh,
Fucking 3 point.
3.5 was pretty stupid.
Oh man, you can do the same thing with Elemental because they had the Elemental sound. You could be fucking, and the best part was you could be different types of Elemental. If you really fucking wanted
I'm not gonna lie, Silicerides, I don't know who that is, so I'll believe you. He said apparently Archmage Halaster Blackcloak would have a unicorn in the Underdark maze of his.
It's been a long time.
8. This is 70 damage? That doesn't quite kill him. Okay. So he's not getting a shield. He's got 81 health, and I should have more cards in my hand. 1, 2... Yeah, this should be 90 damage? Good Fiend Fire. Very good Fiend Fire. Wait, did I get my strength? Wait. Oh. I drank my strength potion against Hexaghost, right? And then I just got it back from the Hexaghost fight. Yeah. I want to get this True Grit and upgrade it. I don't know that I need a Fear Potion with a Uppercut Plus and a Bash Plus in the deck. I mean, I might. What if I have to kill something and I have Fiend Fire in my hand and not the other two? Yeah. I mean, Explosive Pod's pretty good. So... Early dudes.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Okay. Well, there's either the 4 imp fight or the 5 slime fight.
Yo, it is. Yeah, I think it's slime.
Yeah. You can fight 3 louse or lice at a time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they're easy.
I don't care. I don't care at all about the lice. You can absolutely lose a run to quad gremlin depending on what gremlins they get, because you can have up to 2 angry, up to 2 sneaky, and only 1 fat, a 1 shield, or 1 wizard. But it's like, if you get, I've had, like, double wizard, fat gremlin, shield gremlin. And I'm just like, because, on High Ascension, fat gremlin makes you frail and weak. And you're just like, holy fuck. He's usually my first priority. I'm gonna go refill my water. Very bad bargain. I'm not going to be giving up either of these relics for his gift. Fuck. So do you know, I'm going to explain it to chat, because it seems there are some newer people here, so I'm not sure if they know how this works. But the way generating rares works in this game is at the start of a run, you start with a negative 2% chance of seeing a rare, and every card you see from an actual proper card reward screen, so that doesn't count shops, or like the library event where you get to look at cards. Every single individual card increases that chance by 1 until you see a rare. Noth's gift says it triples the chance of seeing rares. What it actually does is make that percentage chance go up by 3 per card instead of 1 per card. So, like, it averages out to triple chance, but because of the way it works. Because I mean, like once you hit like 12%, because it's like the first card's a 12%, the second card's a 13, the third card's a 14%. You know, at that point, you've probably got like around a 50% chance of like one of those cards having been a rare, like up to that point. And, you know, it doesn't take you very long to get that high if you've got the triple percentage chance. Because if you've got that literally, you've got a 6% chance that the third card you see is a rare right after seeing a rare. It's actually a very, very good relic. It's just hard to quantify if you don't know how it works. Fair enough, Silacerities. I said this earlier, but some more new people have shown up. Normally, I'm talking way more about Slay the Spire and just, like, talking about the game and explaining things. 66? Is it really 66%? What did I say, 13, 14, 15? It's like 0.87 times 0.86 times 0.85. No, it is not 66. Well, it might be 66 that all of the cards before that and that might be 66, but that one of those three cards specifically is rare. What is that? That's like a 37% chance. Still, a 37% chance is pretty good. And then it just gets better as you go. So I think in the long run, because it resets at such a low value, basically, like your chances of seeing a rare, you don't have to hit very high percentages on the individual cards, and since it ramps up at 3 times the speed, I think you quite often end up with a lot more than triple the amount of rares seen. Yes, but that's the chance of them not being rare. Or did I start at 12? Like 0.88 is 88% chance that it's not rare. And 0.8, yeah, it's 12% chance that it is rare. So you have to do the opposite of that. So yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, when I did the calculations, I went from 13, 14, 15. So yeah, 12, 13, 14. You know, the 0.66 is the chance that those cards are not rare. Yeah. Anyway, we're leaving the Loth alone. See you later. It's a bummer, because, like, that event is... There's, like, this whole spreadsheet that I haven't looked at nearly as much as I should, that has, like, all of the data that's, like, not made apparent to you. It tells you, like, the percentage chances of all the different events, the different fights. Like, different fights have different weights to them. Like, I believe Snake Plant is the only fight, in Act 2 that has 2 weight instead of 1. You're equally as likely to see any of the other fights once you get to the hard fight table. But you're twice as likely to see Snake Plant. Which is why you always fucking see Snake Plant. Snake Plant's like, whatever. Getting attacked for 18 on turn 1 is less than whatever, though. Fuck, I took this brutality before I knew I was having a runic pyramid. Unfortunate. I don't even have 4 energy. Yeah, at Ascension 4 and 5, you don't... Like, none of that's relevant. You've got way more... Really? 36 damage in the first 2 turns. I like it. You've got, like, way more fundamental stuff to worry about. Understanding and grasping at that point. So part of the reason I didn't play any strikes on turn 1 is twofold. 1, I have an ice cream, so I can save energy, and strike is a pretty bad thing to spend energy on. 2, I also have a runic pyramid, so I can save cards. So with both of those together, actually lets me knock one of these birds down, because I've got enough energy to actually play that many attacks. Yeah, I'm just gonna take damage. I don't have an anger in my deck, so it's just... Spent 4 energy to prevent 6 damage. I like it. Yeah, I mean... I don't know what advice to give you, like, without... I'd have to, like, watch you play a run, basically, because there are so many different things. There are, like, infinity fucking billion things. And I'm not trying to be mean, but there are, like, a bajillion fucking things you're probably doing wrong. Just because, looking back at when I was at that level, it's like, yeah, no, there were, like, just so many things that I'm like, no. Nope. Pick that one. Nope. Go that way. Nope. You don't need to nap here, actually. And yeah, it's just a learning process. I'm probably not going to do another run after this because 1, I'm tired. 2, I'm entertaining a guest. And 3, I'm distracted. So like, I'm not doing as well as on my runs, as usual anyway. So like, I'm just having fun. But if you stick around, oh, I also have to mention, for the people who aren't in the Discord, but who are regular here, there actually will not be a stream tomorrow night, because I have to run the midnight launch for the new Magic Core Set 2020 tomorrow night. So I will literally physically be at the store, instead of here, so I can't. It's no stream tomorrow night. But after that, if you're super interested in Slay the Spire, I'd recommend hanging around because I know a lot of things. I can give you much info, and I can actually like show you stuff. Like right now, I'm probably gonna play Feel No Pain and Fiend Fire to knock down a bird and not take any damage. Look at me go! Actually, I think this bird might die. Yeah, never mind. I knocked him all the way down to hell. Oh, I should probably end my turn. I was like sitting here. I'm like, why aren't the birds attacking me? This idiot's confused. Die. Okay, I can take my time with this guy. Just have to wait till he's like not swinging at me. This man has literally attacked me every turn. He has not stopped to buff. I've never seen such a fucking aggressive bird. What turn is this? Hold up. I didn't even notice until recently. It actually tells you what turn it is. There are like a lot of small things that have, you know, I'm still learning new things about this game every day. So what was that? Turn 7? I don't think I've ever seen a bird attack like 7 times in a row. Honestly, I actually haven't looked at the core set very much. Ooh. 2 upgraded cards. Anger would be very nice. Very nice. Is this... Wait. I haven't even seen this card yet. It's apparently in my deck. I probably turfed it with Fiend Fire. Power Through... See, here's something you probably didn't ever think of. Power Through and Fiend Fire is actually a combo. Especially when you've got Runic Pyramid. Because Power Through puts the wounds into your hand. Not into your deck, not into your discard pile. In your hand, which means that's, well, I mean, you have to play 1 card to play Power Through, so that's minus 1 card, but then you get 2 wounds, so you're plus a card. Still need the A20 win. Hey, Free Monday, how's it going? Anyway, I'm gonna take Anger. Which is a rare thing for me in Act 2, but it's like, Act 2 is hard. You know what, Red Mask is really good. I'm gonna fight him. Oof. Can I kill Bear? Yep. See you later. Okay, that makes this fight much easier. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, this will probably be the last run for tonight. So I won't get around to Silent for tonight, but 2 nights from now, first run will be the Silent. We'll probably get around to doing at least 2 Silent runs, unless all my runs go really long. Yeah, that's the other thing. My runs tonight have been longer than usual because I've been, you know, chatting, talking about a bajillion other things, as you do. Alright, I think I'm done addressing chat for now. What were we talking about? Like, a bunch of things. I don't know, that seems like probably too high a number to be correct. Yeah, no, the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, like, it's got cool stuff in it. even if you like never heard of Ravnica or anything.
I'm feeling fat
But
and sassy.
thank you very much for the follow, Silo Ceridius. I hope you're feeling fat and sassy. Or is that Silo Ceridius? Can I ask you what your name means, if it means anything? Hey, Hoshpack. How's it going? What is a Hoshpack? Means nothing. Nice. I like it already. 11 plus 9 is lethal. Man, I hate Romeo. It's just occurred to me I'm dying. So, fuck me, I guess. Whoops. Could have played that turn better. Yeah, like I said, honestly, like, I know there are people out there who, like, make excuses and stuff, but I like to think I'm not. I mean, I obviously, like, everybody likes to think they're not making as many excuses as they probably are, but, like, I legit normally play better than this. But hopefully you had some fun listening to the conversations, watching me just, like, you know, struggle impotently to make it halfway up Act 2. I'm sure that was super interesting. But anyway, it is unfortunately that time once again. So if you liked what you see, his name an Orc Shaman. Oh, very cool. Wait, the whole Hoshpack? Hoshpack is his name, or just Hosh? Anyway, if you liked what you saw, feel free to follow both here on Twitch as well as the various social media video hosting platforms linked down below. Next stream is not tomorrow night from 1 a.m. till 3 a.m. Pacific time. It is the night after from 1 a.m. till 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you don't know what time that is in your time zone, that is approximately 45 and a half hours from right now. So do the math on that one. At that time, we'll be continuing our never-ending quest to slay the Spire. You can check out previous episodes of both Slay the Spire, as well as other games I've streamed in the past at both YouTube and BitChute, linked down below. And feel free to join the community Discord, which is also linked down below. We are going to go raid somebody. So feel free to stick around for that, whether you do or not. Thank you for joining me. Have a good night.